In this video, we're going to look at percent relationships, and we're going to focus on finding fractions and decimals. So the first thing we're going to look at is converting percents to fractions. So a percent can be written as a part to whole ratio, which is the same as a fraction. So again, percent is a part to whole ratio where the whole is always 100. So if I look at the word percent, I can break that up into per and cent, which for our ratio here is per 100. So if I have 73%, that means I have 73 per. So this line right here is our per line or our division line. And then cent is 100. So 73% as a fraction is 73 over 100. So here I'm going to write these percents as a fraction. And if I can, I will simplify them. So first one I have here is 70%. So that is 70 over 100. Divide both of those by 10. And that will give me 7 tenths. 16% is 16 over 100. And I can divide both of those by 4. And that gives me 4/25. Here I have 28%, and that is 28 over 100. And again, I can divide both of those by 4, and that will give me 7/25. Here I have 162. Well, that would be 162 over 100. But if you notice, that makes an improper fraction. So I want to see how many times 100 can go into 162. Well, it can go in there one time with 62 over 100 left. And I have this one whole amount because I have more than 100 here. But now I can reduce 62 over 100. So if I have 1 and 62 hundredths, I can divide both of those by 2, and that would give me 1 and 31 fiftieths. Here I'm going to work on converting percents to decimals. So a percent can be converted to a decimal by dividing by 100. So let's take a look at this part first. So I have 73%. So I'm going to take my 73 and I'm going to divide it by 100. And when I do that, that gives me 0.73. So 73% as a decimal is 0.73. Or I can just move the decimal point 2 places to the left. So when I look at doing that, since 73 is a whole number, my decimal point sits right here at the very end. So if I move it 2 places to the left, once, twice, so now it's going to be sitting right here, and that makes 0.73. So again, 73% as a decimal is 73 hundredths. So let's do the same thing with these percents. So here I have 70%. So if I take my 70, and again, it's a whole number, so my decimal is sitting right here, and I'm going to move it once, twice. That gives me 0.70 hundredths, or that is the same as 0.7 tenths. Here I have 16%. So again, 16 is a whole number, so my decimal is right here. Move it once, twice, and so I end up with 0.16 hundredths. Here I have 28%. So I have 28. Again, my decimal's right here because it's a whole number. So I move it once, twice, and that gives me 28 hundredths. Last one here, have 162%. So 162 is a whole number. So again, my decimal is right here. So I move it once, twice. So now my decimal is sitting between the 1 and the 6. So it would be 1 and 62 hundredths. And again, because I'm over 100 here, that means I'm going to have a whole number of 1.